first. Is that your view as well? Would he be immune from prosecution for using the military to assassinate a political opponent?
Well, Senator, as a lower court judge, I'd be fully bound by Supreme Court precedent. On that particular question, and this is one reason I address the opinion as modest, the opinion addresses only portions of presidential immunity. It specifically is addressing criminal immunity.
I asked you a specific question. Would the president be immune from prosecution if he ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent?
What's up, Patriots? Welcome back to Right View Nation, the channel where we cut through the lies, call out the corrupt, and put America first every single time. If you're tired of career politicians like Schiff trampling on the truth while pretending to defend democracy, then you're in the right place. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment, and share it everywhere.
Chair, Professor, you've appeared before the committee many times, but the last time you were in committee was for a hearing entitled, "When the President Does It, That Means It's Not Illegal, the Supreme Court's Unprecedented Immunity Decision." At the time, you described that immunity decision as modest, and I want to ask you about the modest impact of that decision. When John Sauer was here for his confirmation hearing, I asked him about an argument he made in that case before the Court of Appeals, in which he was asked specifically by the Court of Appeals judge, one of them, if the president were to order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent, would he be immune? His answer apparently was yes, unless the president's party was willing to impeach him first. Is that your view as well? Would he be immune from prosecution for using the military to assassinate a political opponent?
Well, Senator, as a lower court judge, I'd be fully bound by Supreme Court precedent. On that particular question, and this is one reason I address the opinion as modest, the opinion addresses only portions of presidential immunity. It specifically is addressing criminal immunity.
I asked you a specific question. Would the president be immune from prosecution if he ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent? No.
Senator, under the Supreme Court precedent on that question, the Supreme Court has specifically not answered it.
Is that a difficult question? Is that an open question in your view?
Well, Senator, under the contours of Trump versus United States, which deals with criminal immunity, I'm not sure that it fully answers all of the political mechanisms that would be in place to address and keep such a horrific situation from ever occurring.
So you're unclear as to whether a president could be prosecuted for that. Is that what you're saying? You don't know the answer?
Well, I think what I'm saying is that within the particular contours of criminal immunity discussed in that opinion, it addresses actually what is an official act. And so I think the first threshold question would be whether one could ever conceive of such a thing as an official act.
I don't want to filibuster my question. It's very simple. If the president tomorrow to order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent, in your view, is he immune from criminal prosecution absent an impeachment first?
If it's not an official act, a phrase that has not yet been fully defined,
if he's using the military to do it, which the court said he has absolute immunity when he deploys the military, is he immune or not?
Well, I don't read the court's decision to say that any use of the military outside of official acts comes within its immunity contours. And as this body knows, because of various drone strikes and other things.
So under the question I asked you, what's the answer, Professor? Yes or no? You're used to
Senator,
answering questions and asking your student questions. I'm asking you a very simple question. Yes or no? Is the president immune if he uses SEAL Team 6 to kill a political opponent?
Senator,
yes or no?
With respect,
okay.
I think the Supreme Court...
With respect, you're not willing to answer the question. Let me ask you a different question. It was recently reported that the president and his family made around $6 billion from the sale of crypto assets. Some of that money, much of that money, comes from the Gulf. If the president were to sell a foreign policy decision to a Gulf nation in exchange for a crypto donation, is he immune from prosecution for that?
Senator, I don't know anything about the situation that you are describing.
Well, but you know something about the immunity decision. You said it was modest. I'm trying to determine just how modest you think it is. Can the president sell U.S. foreign policy to the highest crypto donor and have a get-out-of-jail-free card?
Senator,
Or is he liable for prosecution?
Senator, if I may, the Constitution has many constraints for all of us
You
to
don't want
carry it
to, you
out.
don't want to answer that question. Let me ask you a very different question. If the president were to use the military in direct violation of court order, deliberately, knowingly, blatantly use the military in violation of court order, is he immune from any liability?
Senator, as I said when I testified last September about the decision, the Clinton administration had an
I'm
opinion.
not asking about the Clinton
But
administration.
it's directly relevant, that a president, the position of the Clinton administration is that the
I'm
president,
not
while
asking the position
serving,
of the Clinton administration, I'm asking your position, your view of the immunity decision, which you've described as modest. I'm trying to determine just how modest you think it is. You're
So-
unwilling to say a president can't kill an opponent and be liable. You're unwilling to say the president can't sell foreign policy of the United States for cryptocurrency. You're unwilling to say he can't do that and still be immune. My question is, can he use the military in deliberate violation of court order and be immune, yes or no?
Senator, you're asking very specific questions about whether our criminal justice system is the
Madam Chair,
forum to
I
punish.
yield back.
Thank you. I'd like to enter into the record a letter from 48 former Justice Department officials that are familiar with Professor Mascott's work. They explained, quote, her academic scholarship has been cited in Supreme Court opinions. She has argued high-stakes federal cases, and she has submitted scores of briefs in courts across the country. Mrs. Mascott has been a world-class mentor to hundreds of aspiring lawyers. She was also a standout attorney at the Department of Justice, and her judgment is beyond reproach. She will make an excellent judge, end quote. Without objection.
Let's grow this movement and remind Washington that the American people are wide awake and we're not going anywhere. So there he was again, Adam Schiff, Mr. Russia collusion hoax himself, the man who spent years lying to the American people, acting like he's the savior of democracy while being one of its biggest threats. In this latest exchange, Schiff throws out these wild hypotheticals. What if the president ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent? Like some bad Hollywood script. Instead of focusing on real threats to America, Schiff invents cartoon-level scenarios to smear conservatives and push his agenda. This is classic Schiff. Create hysteria, twist the law, and then act shocked when people don't play along with his nonsense. But here's the kicker. He kept hammering the professor with the same loaded question over and over, demanding a yes or no answer, trying to trap her. That's not oversight, that's political theater. Schiff doesn't care about the Constitution. He cares about headlines, sound bites, and weaponizing the law against anyone who dares to oppose him. Then he goes further, spinning some fantasy about presidents selling foreign policy for cryptocurrency. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. Schiff isn't asking serious questions. He's running a circus. This is the same guy who knowingly lied about evidence against President Trump for years, and now he wants to lecture anyone on integrity? Give me a break. And when the professor doesn't play Schiff's game, what does he do? He gets frustrated, grandstands, and acts like the moral authority in the room. But let's be real, Adam Schiff has no moral authority. This is the same politician who abused his power to push hoaxes, undermine our president, and divide our country. He's a partisan hack who's never met a microphone he didn't love. Patriots, this is exactly why Americans don't trust Washington. Schiff and his cronies don't want justice. They want control. They don't want accountability. They want immunity for their own side while persecuting everyone else. They scream about democracy, but what they really want is one-party rule. We can't sit back and let people like Schiff define the rules of the game. We have to call out their hypocrisy, their lies, and their blatant disregard for equal justice under the law. So here's the question for all of you. Do you trust Adam Schiff to defend the Constitution, or do you see him for what he really is? A partisan fraud who's more interested in destroying political opponents than protecting America? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow patriots, and subscribe to Right View Nation for more unapologetic truth. We're not backing down. We're not silenced. This is the fight for America, and Adam Schiff and his swamp friends better get used to it. Stay strong. Stay free. And as always, God bless the United States of America.